And if you like here, I can put in those parentheses too. Yeah, another question. Why doesn't the top one have a plus? The only reason why the top one doesn't have a plus is that I don't need it to evaluate this. It's going to, and when I take the limit, I can just plug in the value. Whereas here, I'm still uncertain because it's going to be 0. And I want to know which side of 0 it's on, whether it's on the positive side or the negative side. All right, so this one, I could have written here a parentheses 2 plus, but then it would have just simplified to -1 in the limit. All right, so now I've got a negative number divided by a tiny positive number. And so somebody want to tell me what that is? Negative infinity. Okay, so we just evaluated this function from one side. And if you follow through the other side, so this one here, you get something very similar, except that this should be, whoops, what did I do wrong? I didn't want to, yes, I meant this. Okay, I want it -2, the same base point, but I want to go from the left. All right, so that's going to be -2 plus 1, same numerator, and then this -2 on the left, plus 2, and that's going to come out to be -1 divided by 0 minus, which is plus infinity. All right, or just plain infinity. You don't have to put the plus sign in. Okay? Now, so this is the first part of the problem. And the second piece to get ourselves started, you could evaluate this function at any point. This is just the most interesting point. All right? This is just the most interesting place to evaluate it. Now, the next thing that I'd like to do is to pay attention to the ends. And I haven't really said what the ends are, so the ends are just all the way to the left and all the way to the right. So that means x going to plus or minus infinity. All right, so that's the second thing I want to pay attention to. Again, this is a little bit like a video screen here. And we're about to discover something that's really off the screen in both cases. All right, we're taking care of what's happening way to the left, way to the right here. And up above, we just took care of what happens way up and way down. All right, so on these ends, I need to do some more analysis, which is related to pre-calculus skill, which is evaluating limits. And here, the way to do it is to divide by x in numerator and denominator, right, as a 1 plus 1 over x, 1 plus 2 over x. And then you can see what happens as x goes to plus or minus infinity. It just goes to 1. All right, so no matter whether it's x is positive or negative, when it gets huge, these two extra numbers here go to 0. And so this tends to 1. So if you like, you could abbreviate this as f plus or minus infinity is equal to 1. All right, so now I get to draw this, and we draw this using asymptotes. So there's a level, which is y equals 1. And then there's another line to draw, which is x equals -2. All right? And now, what information do I have so far? Well, the information that I have so far is that when we're coming in from the right, that's this to -2, it plunges down to minus infinity. So that's down like this. Okay? And I also know that it goes up to infinity on the other side of the asymptote. And over here, I know it's going out to the level 1, and here it's also going to the level 1. Okay? Now, there's an issue. I can almost finish this graph now. I almost have enough information to finish it. But there's one thing which is making me hesitate a little bit. And that is, I don't know, for instance, over here, whether it's going to maybe dip below and come back up or not. So what does it do here? Can anybody see?